Hey guys, welcome back.
All right, so next segment for the comic book section, we're talking about Batman, the Killing Joke.
Yeah, so here we go. Hey guys, welcome back. So yeah, today we're talking about the Killing Joke.
Yeah, man, the famous Killing Joke.
Which to me I think is probably one of the most iconic graphic novels slash comic books of all time.
It's up there, man,
Also one of
for
the most
sure.
influential.
Yeah, definitely, man. Written by the great Alan Moore, obviously. You guys know, fans of Watchmen and V for Vendetta. Same author, and then I think artist was Brian
Boland.
Yeah, Brian Boland.
Yeah. So he did the illustrations for it.
Yeah, man. So this book, man, I enjoy the story a lot. I really do.
So did I. It's dark.
It is very dark, short.
It's not too long,
graphic novel.
actually.
It's a shorter one.
Even for as short as it was, it had a lot of content into it that like a lot of people, which we'll go into more later, but a lot of people took influence from.
Yeah, very much so, man. It's like a very simple story, but yet one that just invokes so much like contemplation, so much
As well as gravity. It just
speculation, gravity of it. Yeah, man.
So let's go into it then. So guys, this whole story basically just kind of starts off with the Joker wanting to make a point. And he does so by paralyzing Barbara Gordon, kidnapping Commissioner Gordon, and just proving that it takes one bad day to push someone over the limit and to make them from a normal, good-doing person to a psychotic, crazy...
As insane as he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the gist of it, man. The whole thing. One bad day. It's all it takes, right? And Jim Gordon's this guinea pig that he does, man.
So he's trying to prove through Jim Gordon that this most self-righteous person in all of Batman universe in Gotham can be turned just by having one bad day. And my God, he gave him a really bad day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big time, man. So it's rough, man. You know, this is going on almost 20-ish years old, and it's still being talked about, man.
It's so good, though. It
had a lot of controversy back in the day with, feminists kind of attacking it. Didn't like the way...
Yeah, I can see that. There's
the whole just the way he treats...
that part was terrible.
The way he treats Barbara Gordon's crazy, man. It's... yeah.
Yeah, it's not good. Not at all. But the overall story, I mean, yes, that was not minor, but that was some major details in the content of an overall, I think, really, really great story.
Yeah, and he's basically trying to prove this to Batman, because he knows he's the same way. Like, he knows something happened to Batman. You know?
Yeah, which this sounds familiar to you guys, which I kind of picked it up too when I was reading it. It sounded like a lot like The Dark Knight, like the Joker's point in The Dark Knight.
Especially the ending. Like his final...
Which that stood out to me a lot. And a lot of the little, even some of the lines in the issue, kind of, I think there were some of those lines in The Dark Knight as well.
Oh, yeah, for sure. How one can't live without the other.
Yeah, so Nolan, I think, really... Definitely, he probably read The Killing Joke whenever he made The Dark Knight, at least when he wrote the script for it.
Oh, I'm sure. He took a lot of stuff.
It stands out a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, The Dark Knight is probably my favorite movie of all time, and I talked to a lot of people, and they say the exact same thing. And this was the foundation for it, you guys. So if you want to see kind of where Nolan got some of his stuff for The Dark Knight,
yeah, for sure.
This is content for you, and it goes beyond that, though. I mean...
Yeah, because the Joker's trying to prove that, and then you got on the other side Batman. He's on that contemplation where he's at the point now where he's like, man, this relationship is going to end in only in like one way, or I mean, one of two ways. Either I'm going to kill you, you're going to kill me,
or
we're going to kill each other.
He's kind of come to that resolution because it's been so long with these two going back and forth, and yeah, so he basically hit a point where he's saying, I'm either going to kill you or you're going to kill me.
Yeah.
And that's how it has to be. He said that throughout the entire issue. And it came down to the very end, and he basically said he wanted to try to save the Joker, which I thought was kind of weird.
Yeah.
Because he stated that the Joker, this has... But then it ended up not being the Joker. Remember, he stated it once, and then it was like a decoy.
That was in the beginning of when
beginning.
he's trying to visit him in Arkham, and then it's obviously he's not, and that's where he realized, oh no, the Joker broke out. What's gonna,
Yeah, exactly. And then so he repeats himself again at the very end when he actually has the real Joker there, but he basically just flip flops around and saying, "I can
He's saying
save
like I
you."
don't. Yeah, he's like I don't want to kill you. I don't want to hurt you anymore. Like I feel like there's hope for you, and that and the Joker's like, no, there's not. I'm too far gone. Like, and yeah.
And then it kind of the very
So
very,
that leads into him. I mean, I guess if we're gonna go straight to the end now. Yeah,
let's talk about it.
yeah, that goes into the essentially the title of the book, the joke. You know, it ends with the Joker. He's like, whatever, take me in, but he's like, I'm gonna tell you let me say one joke.
Oh yeah.
And that's when he goes off the whole thing about the two crazy people breaking out and of the asylum, and he does the whole joke, and then that's where it ends with them laughing, both of them laughing, including Batman, and it ends very abruptly. So Batman's laughing, he puts his arm on the Joker's shoulder, and then it pitches you see cop lights in the background, and then it fades to black. And that's the whole speculation of the ending of the thing is, does Batman kill the Joker at that point?
I think it does. Honestly, it kind of looked like, to me, I might have saw it wrong, but it looked like he was kind of strangling the Joker a little bit.
Like he's either about to snap his neck, And
I think that kind of was the whole full resolution of the Joker stating that it takes one bad day to turn someone. And instead of turning Commissioner Gordon, he actually made Batman snap without doing so.
With that final joke, is just like everything Batman was just saying about wanting to save him. It's like, I can't. There's no way.
Yeah, so I think at that point that made Batman snap. And
okay, so you think he does do it?
I think he does. I think that was kind of what they're shining, is that the Joker was right in a way, but instead of making Commissioner Gordon snap, he made Bruce Wayne or Batman snap, and so
it's crazy, man. I guess I just like to believe he holds out, man. I like to believe Batman stays strong, and how he just does not want. I don't know. I guess it's more of what I want to believe.
I guess because the whole graphic novel itself was very, very off the wall.
Oh yeah,
that having an ending like that wouldn't really be kind of destructing of Batman's character, because it was such a unique issue. It was like its own little universe.
Oh yeah,
the way it kind of told the story, even though Barbara Gordon becoming paralyzed and becoming the Oracle.
Yeah, they definitely adapt
they did
that
take
portion
that part
of it
over
after in the comics. But yeah, for sure, this is definitely a standalone.
Yeah, and it kind of feels that way. But yeah, I honestly think Batman might have killed him. I think he did, and I kind of makes the whole story, I could say, come full circle and a little bit more awesome, I guess, to me, because the whole point of the Joker trying to make someone snap, saying it takes one bad day. And Commissioner Gordon was his guinea pig,
which failed because he tells him.
But then it works.
Tells him to bring it in by the book,
because all those people, Barbara Gordon, Commissioner Gordon, they were both really, really close to Batman, and so he was actually going through the exact same thing that Commissioner Gordon was going through with Barbara being in that situation.
Right.
So I mean, maybe it just took Batman one bad day.
Yeah, man, it's possible. I can definitely see it. Like I said, I like to keep that hope alive that maybe he stays.
Maybe
strong,
he did, yeah.
But it does very much seem like he does.
Yeah. So tell me, because I can't remember, was this the Killing Joke come out before or after Tim Burton's Batman's?
Ooh, God, it'd be really close. That was
it was like late 80s.
That was 89. Batman was 89.
Yeah.
This one, I gotta say, I think this is before. I want to say this is before.
And in saying that, it's really, really weird and kind of awesome to see, because I've never really read an old Batman comic, at least like the ones I see in the 1960s, and you see Adam West Batman, but kind of that like a dark side of Batman before you see Tim Burton's, before you see, like, without excluding Kevin Conroy, Mark Hamill, all the iconic Batman characters we know today, and to see, like the artistry of the way they made Joker look, the way they made Batman look, and it's kind of like, I still put Kevin Conroy's voice in there.
Oh yeah,
but it's awesome to see a comic without any influence from those people whatsoever, and kind of just own little creation of a dark Batman world.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Because Tim Burton kind of, at least for the cinematic purposes, brought the darkness to Batman.
Oh yeah.
But this comic book was,
oh my
God.
Yeah, that gothic look to it.
This issue was really, really dark, and I loved it. It was great great read. Haven't seen the movie yet, but...
Oh, you haven't watched it?
No.
Yeah.
How do you think it compares to the movie?
Yeah, God, man, people hate this movie. Like a lot of
Do
people
they?
hate it. I thought it was fine, man. I don't know. Like I mean, obviously because it's a short movie. I mean, it's a short book.
Yeah.
So they had to make it an hour and a half. They had to add stuff to it, right? So they had a whole like a good half hour in the beginning prior to what happens in the story, and logically it makes sense to revolve that around Barbara Gordon,
Yeah.
Batgirl. So, which I thought was really cool. You know, has a whole thing trying to take out some mobsters. And then there's just what people hate is because there's this little, she's very emotionally, she's kind of confused and she ends up sleeping with Batman. She sleeps with Bruce.
Yeah.
But
I've
it's
heard about
not
that
that
too.
big a deal. Like and it actually it's weird. It's more on Batman's side because he ends up becoming more emotionally like vexed by it. When
Okay.
she becomes like, hey, they're talking about it, or he keeps wanting to talk about it. She's like, hey, it's just sex. It's fine. Like, move on. Like,
So they're trying to use that as kind of to where it's more
yeah, they were trying to make like, well, it makes her look
more
weak
emotional.
yeah, more emotional, weak. But I don't see it. I didn't see that at
Yeah, I
all.
haven't seen it
In
yet.
fact, and if anything, I think it adds to her character. So I didn't like, and then people think because I mean, this was one of the first movies that Kevin Conroy and Hamill recorded separately. They didn't record in the same studio.
Okay.
Obviously, Hamill's a little occupied with Star Wars,
Yeah.
so they had to do this at the different, record their stuff separately. And I guess I don't know. People claim to see see a difference in it. I really don't. It's fine. I don't know.
That's nitpicking right there.
Yeah, it really is. So I don't. I very much enjoyed the movie, too, along with the book.
You have to check it out.
So yeah, I mean, so the final thing, the other thing, I guess the controversial topic back when this first came out is the whole aspect of it dealing with a Joker origin.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So that is the other aspect to this book. So as the story's going on, it does these things where it goes flashbacks. It's doing the whole thing about the failed comedian, basically showing his bad day with his wife and unknown child suffered a horrific electrical accident in the house
Yeah,
and
and they end up
dies.
dying, and so he has to deal with that, but also the mob on his back, not letting him have time to grieve.
Right, and just hounding him to do this job, be the Red Hood, for the Red Hood gang, and just everything just goes bad. He loses everything, basically.
He crawls out of the
and he falls in the chemicals.
and then crawls out of like the little sewer spot, and yeah, comes out crazy.
So that's that part of it.
And like I said before, like if it had more tie-in with the overall universe of Batman, like because it's its own standalone book, I was able to accept that.
Accept it, but I have a thing because look, so they're. Yeah, people just kind of go to that's the Joker origin. That's the origin of the Joker. And you're right, that's one aspect. This is a very graphic novel, and it's a standalone, so you can take it as you will. But so as he's explaining this concept to Batman, it was, the whole bad day thing, he says this, it's verbatim. Because he's saying, it's like, I'm pretty sure you had something similar to this happen to you. And he's like, well, something like that happened to me. I'm not exactly sure what it was. Sometimes I remember it one way, sometimes another. If I'm going to have a past, I prefer it to be multiple choice. That's right out of his mouth. He says that. I honestly believe that's the author saying so. That everything that had that whole thing about the past is just one of possibly many possible solutions to what the Joker happened.
Yeah, I can see that. And I mean, if this did come out before the Tim Burton's Batman, Tim Burton definitely took the origin story away from this graphic novel to create.
Oh yeah, the falling into the chemicals.
Falling into the chemicals, yeah.
And that may have been brought up in the past. I'm with you. I didn't read a whole bunch of I've never really read a whole bunch of the older Batman stuff.
Probably should, but yeah.
Yeah, definitely, man. I'd plan to, especially if that DC universe, if they put their whole collection digitally on that thing, I'm definitely going to subscribe to that.
Yeah.
And probably start reading as much DC as I can too. But yeah, I mean, and just in this thing, I don't know. I have a firm belief that that's not the definitive Joker origin.
I could see that. And like I said, it's its own graphic novel, so even if it is its own definitive origin story,
you
then
take it
it's
as
its
you will.
own
It's
one
not.
story. Like I said, the ending with Batman, if he does kill the Joker, this is just one story and with
Right.
using characters that we grown to love. So
Yeah, I totally agree
I wouldn't
with
really
that.
take it to heart, even if it is an origin story. Don't take it to heart. It's just a damn good story, you
Yeah,
guys.
I know a lot of people talking because the whole they're doing their Joker movie, with Joaquin Phoenix now, and they're doing origin story. Although they're gonna do the failed comedic thing, the Killing Joke. That's the origin. It's
could.
like
That one I'm not
it's
so
not
sure
really.
about. We'll see.
Yeah,
I don't like a
definitely.
Joker origin story. I kind of like him not having an
Right.
origin. I like
I-
knowing he has no past. He just kind of comes from nowhere. It's evil. It makes him more evil. Makes him more awesome,
Mysterio,
scary. Yeah.
I'm with you. Yeah, I'm with you on that for sure.
But you guys, I mean, overall, Killing Joke,
Very
fantastic read. Check it out. It's not too long at all. Very, very quick. You'll get through
Yeah.
it, and I think you'll definitely love it.
For sure.
Yeah, guys, so that does it for this one. If you missed anything or if you guys feel like we didn't touch enough on something, just let us know in the comment section below. Alright, hey guys, so next we'll be talking about the game The Legend of Zelda. And remember, hit that notification bell if you want to be updated with all the videos we upload.
Yeah, and please follow us on Twitter. The handle is @geekly_review. And like always, thanks for watching.
Yeah, see you guys.